Welcome back to your daily bedtime stories. Tonight's story is The Lost Shell, a story from the Ivory Coast, written by Asamala Amwa. Long, long ago, a beautiful tortoise called Tutu lived in the forest. Her shell was shiny, colourful, and oval-shaped. It was covered with wonderful patterns too. Tutu had many friends because she was always kind and helpful. She loved playing, running, jumping, and rolling around in the grass with her friends. But her shell got in the way, so she would take it off and put it under a tree while she played. One sunny afternoon, Tutu and her friends decided to go for a swim. Tutu took off her shell and left it under a tree. Without its heavy weight on her back, she dived into the water and splashed around all afternoon. As evening came, the friends said goodbye to each other and set off for their homes. Tutu walked to the tree where she had left her beautiful shell, but it was nowhere to be seen. She looked under a second tree, then a third and a fourth, but found nothing. Her shell had disappeared. The sun set. The night fell. Tutu was very sad. She was alone. She was cold. No, why did I take off my shell? It protected me from the cold and the mosquitoes and the sharp thorns. What will I do without it? Tutu began to cry. Tutu's friend the owl heard her crying. He flew down to her and asked, "Tutu, my little tortoise, why are you crying?" "Owl, my friend, you won't believe what has happened to me. I've lost my beautiful shell, my shiny, colourful, oval-shaped shell." "Dry your eyes, Tutu. My big eyes will see well at night. I will search and search until I find your beautiful shell. Stay here under the tree." The owl covered Tutu with a large leaf and flew off. He returned at dawn, tired and sad. "I'm very sorry, Tutu. I could not find your shell." "Thank you for trying, Owl, my friend," Tutu replied, before bursting into tears again. Then Pigeon heard the little tortoise crying. He flew closer and asked, "Tutu, my little tortoise, why are you crying?" "Pigeon, my friend, you won't believe what has happened to me. I've lost my beautiful shell, my shiny, colourful, oval-shaped shell." "Dry your eyes, Tutu," Pigeon said. "I know every corner of this forest. I will look everywhere, and I will find your shell. Wait here for me." Tutu suffered as she waited in the heat of the sun, because she had nothing to cover her body. At midday, the pigeon returned to tell Tutu his news. "Tutu, I've seen your beautiful shell. Some naughty monkeys are playing with it in the trees. I will fly back quickly and wait for a chance to take it away from them." "Thank you, Pigeon. I'm so happy." When Pigeon flew back to the trees, he found monkeys fast asleep, and the shell had disappeared. Pigeon looked for the shell until night fell, but he could not find it. He flew back to Tutu. He was tired and sad. "Tutu, your shell has disappeared again," he said. "Thank you for trying, Pigeon. You are a true friend." Tutu began to cry again. Little Tortoise slept under the stars again. When she woke up, she was very hungry and thirsty. She walked down to the river to eat some of her favourite leaves and drank some cool water. Then she began to cry again. This time it was the wild duck that heard her. He flew to Tutu and asked, "Tutu, my little tortoise, why are you crying?" "Duck, my friend, you won't believe what has happened to me. I've lost my beautiful shell, my shiny, colourful, oval-shaped shell." "Dry your eyes, Tutu. I will dive into the water and look for your shell. Perhaps it has fallen into the river. I'll find it. Wait here for me." The duck dives into the water over and over again, but he found nothing. Suddenly he saw two toads sitting on the Tutu shell. They were singing loudly as they floated down the river. The duck flew towards them and said politely, "Good day. Could you please give me back that shell? It belongs to Tutu the tortoise, and she's been very sad since she lost it." "Oh, we found it, so it belongs to us," the toads replied. "It's not Tutu's shell anymore. It's our boat." The toads floated further away, laughing and croaking. Angrily, the duck dived under them. Bang! He turned over the shell. Splash! The toads found themselves in the water. The duck used his beak to push the shell towards the river bank. Tutu came to help, shouting for joy. Thank you, duck. You were a true friend." The owl and the pigeon heard the shouting and flew to the river bank. Tutu told them how the wild duck had found her shell. As she was speaking, she saw that her shell had been damaged. It was not as beautiful as before. But she did not care. She slipped into her home and said, "I promise to never take my shell off again, even if it means that I can't jump, run, or swim as fast as I did before." Tutu held a huge party on the riverbank for all her friends. Of course, she did not invite the monkeys or the toads. And that is why, to this day, tortoises never leave their shells. The end. Sleep tight and don't let the bed bugs bite.